think what you learn about visiting poorer parts of the world is that people are the same the world over. Everybody needs a leg up. Everybody needs a little start. And most people rise to that.
The notion of going to a very, very small village where people would appear to have only one choice in life, which is abject poverty, and to see hope being brought not just through the traditional means of aid, but to see hope being brought through structure and a professionalism to what they're doing.
I think I was expecting one thing, and actually what you saw was just something that was so impressive. I think that as business people, we thought we'd be the ones to give lessons, but actually they taught us so much. Even though there was a lot of poverty, there was a lot of hope. There were plans. I think that was the thing that really stood out for us. It was the sense that there is a future. It isn't just about feeding people and handouts. It was actually about business and entrepreneurship.
I love the idea of microfinance, the credit unions, the cooperatives. It reminds me in some ways of what Ireland was like in the 50s maybe. A lot of the small people in Ireland couldn't get going until they had access to finance. And you can see how people develop out there just with small amounts of money. Everybody needs that leg up, and they're really taking that. And I think Self-Help Africa is doing a wonderful job on that.
You can't help but be touched with the lives that people were leading, sometimes in desperate poverty, but the extraordinary hope with what was happening with Self-Help Africa in bringing structure and organisation to their agriculture, to their lives, and bringing them to a position of economic power that they would never have conceived possible.
I met this woman, Daphne, and she was so quiet and soft-spoken, and I thought this is going to be a really sad story and we're going to hear how the system has failed her. And then she talked about holding her crops, holding the cereal, getting a better price, investing in fish, and suddenly I'm looking at this most incredible entrepreneur. But what was great to see is there isn't just this reliance all the time on corn, that they were diversifying, and they realized actually the diversification had to include good sources of protein.
With Self-Help Africa, they're giving them the tools to be able to produce, to be able to improve the quality of life for their children, and knowing that if they get an education for their children, it's just going to snowball. And I think any of the African countries I've been in, you can see the roots of that, and that's starting to happen.